Though Shirley Chisholm is most commonly remembered for being the first black woman to run for president, that's just a small part of her legacy. Despite all of her achievements, her name is not recognized by most Americans, and because her presidential campaign was unsuccessful, it's often dismissed as a setback. But it carried an impact that could not be displaced by her losing the race. In order to fully recognize what an icon she was, it's important to remember the cultural moment in history during which she entered politics. In 1964, when she was first elected to the State Assembly of New York, the political climate was not one that welcomed women or people of color. The Civil Rights Act had only just been signed into effect, which was aimed at ending employment discrimination on the basis of race, gender, or religion. But the fight for civil rights was still an ongoing struggle, and rampant institutionalized racism resulted in hate crimes, voter suppression, and internalized oppression among people of color. Women were still not allowed to have credit in their own names, and they were shunned out of most male-dominated professions. As the daughter of immigrant parents growing up in poverty, Shirley had intersecting systems of domination working against her, but she was not disempowered. With the New York State Assembly, she created unemployment insurance for low-income workers and lobbied for financial assistance for low-income students. In 1968, she won a seat in Congress, where she introduced over 50 pieces of legislation which sought for equality and aimed to end poverty and the Vietnam War. She ran for the 1972 Democratic Party presidential nomination, knowing that winning would be highly unlikely, as a way of sparking change and exposing the rigged game of society. She got very little media coverage, she was blocked from participating in the televised primary debates, and she didn't seek out financial support from corporations or fat cat politicians. She wanted to be entirely representative of the people. By running for president, she showed women and people of color across America that political involvement is not beyond their reach. She broke the social norm and rattled the political system, which is dominated by white, wealthy men.
I am not the candidate of Black America, although I am black and proud. I am not the candidate of the women's movement of this country, although I am a woman and am equally proud of that. I am not the candidate of any political bosses or fat cats or special interests. I stand here now without endorsements from many big-name politicians or celebrities or any other kind of prop. I do not intend to offer to you the tired and glib cliches which for too long have been an accepted part of our political life. I am the candidate of the people of America.
It didn't matter that she lost the election, because she was and always will be a catalyst of social change. Remembering Shirley Chisholm reminds us of the significant advances that have been made in the name of equity and equality in the last 5 decades, but also shows us how far we have yet to go. Shirley Chisholm is an inspiration to seek unbought and unbossed courage in the face of injustice, and to never stop fighting, even if the goal seems out of reach.